Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, Charles here, and welcome to another great show. How you guys doing? Listen, it's been a great week. Weekend was nice, and I said I got to bring you some interesting guests just to make it even better. So that's what I did. I'm bringing you some interesting guests. So please welcome to the show my guests. What's going on? How you doing, Brooks? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Nah, thanks for being here. I'm just excited today. It's new concept. I was reading some of your bio. You got something new that's different. You know what I mean? And I love bringing new and different to my show. But before we get started, who are you? What's your background? Give us some background about you. Where you're from, born and raised, school. Give us the nitty gritty.
I am Blessed Brooks. I am Scotian. So I was born in Nova Scotia from the Middle East, but really I was raised up here in Ontario, always in the small towns, and I'm in the Durham region.
All right. So what school did you go to?
I studied at Niagara College. My background is actually in business. Human resources, international commerce, and global development. So I did a lot of marketing and branding when I finished school. And it was sort of my own sort of health issues and struggles that led me to where I am now.
All right. So talk about the little girl then. Talk about the little Brooks. What did she dream about doing? Like, what was the thing? And you're like, that's going to be me when I grow up.
As a child, I guess you see different things and you put yourself in a category, but really, I think I wanted to be my own boss. At one point, I wanted to be a lawyer. And I think, again, that's just like sort of the things I saw on TV. She like back then it was something to have a cell phone. So being independent, being in her own suit, a power suit. So that's sort of just boss woman. And then eventually I realized what I was really drawn to was entrepreneurship.
All right. So entrepreneurship. So when did you get started? Like, what was the first thing that made you say, hey, I'm the boss?
I've done little things here and there. I like the independence. I like the freedom of, your income, having potentially making an income every day, not waiting 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe this first thing was like Mary Kay years ago, something like that. Something like that, I'm sure.
Bam, here's the card. Hey, yep, there it is.
Definitely. I would say network marketing was probably my first taste of it, and first time seeing it like so successful, like people that were really successful in business. So yeah, I was drawn to that. But I mean, my dad has his own business, so I've always like sort of seen that.
Okay, so it's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Yeah. I definitely like the flexibility that it gives.
All right, so you wake up when you want to wake up. You do what you want to do. It's because you're the boss.
Yeah, the flexibility to like choose family over work today if you have to, and not having to, have that struggle. Very empowering.
All right, so let's get down to how you got started and why you got started. So tell us your story about this new business.
So the Yoni Spa started because of my own struggle with fibroids. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I found out I had fibroids, and as a result of that, had to go on to have major surgery to remove it. And when I was getting ready to go for surgery, I had a friend tell me that, in Africa, they would typically like steam to get rid of fibroids and other issues. And so I was really interested in that because I was already sort of interested in becoming a naturopathic doctor anyways. And so I was drawn to it. I soaked up as much as I could. I tapped into the African diaspora and asked a lot of questions of, different aunties and relatives from different cultures, West Africa, Haiti, the Caribbean. I just soaked it all in and understood that, we've been using herbs and, plants and medicine and food to like heal ourselves for a long time. So it's really just going back to our roots.
All right, because when you say that, you're like, well, they never had machines back then. They're from the islands and this and that. What did they do and how did they do it to stay healthy? Yeah. And then when you do your research, you go, oh my goodness,
the simplest things, right?
Right. Yeah. So what was the first thing that blew your mind? Something could be simple that when they said, oh, we do this, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Honestly, I would go places and different cultures would come up to me and tell me like they use this other plant or this thing or that thing. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like different ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? It's like every different part of the world is using some different thing, but we're getting the same result. And it's all sort of under the same umbrella, right? So Filipino ladies have come up and said they use like banana leaves, plantain leaves, whereas other cultures are busy like making dishes with that to eat. And yeah, just the simplicity, honestly, of the fact that you take these things, get these results. I knew about like fixing things like fibroids and things like that. But then once I started actually supporting other women, we were overcoming infertility issues, like unexplained infertility issues. So I was really blown away at like how deep it really goes and that it's really helpful that way.
Okay, because the only thing is when you say plantain, that's the first thing I'm thinking about is some plantain and some rice and peas and some.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're
not
not
thinking
thinking
about.
about the leaf.
I'm not thinking about no leaf. All right, give me some good plantain with some roti.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the
All right,
thing. Everyone's using a different part.
let me get back on track here because got hungry real quick. All right. So you see that the earth gives back. So then what made you think when you saw all these things and you're like, man, I can help other people. This is not just for me. What made you decide to, because there's a start and a finish. So what made
Yeah.
you start?
So for me, I discovered like the benefits of yoni steaming, and when I heard about it, I wanted to be able to go someplace and enjoy it, right? I wasn't really into the DIY, try to figure it out at home, and plus I didn't know everything about herbs back then. And there was no place you could do that back then. That was like 2013, 2012, and there was no place here. There wasn't even much talk about it in the States at that point. And then fast forward, I got pregnant with my son in 2017. And that's when I was just like, because of the surgery, I had to have a scheduled C-section. And that brought back all the passion and frustration of, the fibroid problem. And I was like, you know what? We need this up here in Canada too. That's when it was starting to pick up interest in the States, but there really wasn't much going on here. And I said, this is what I'm going to do with my mat leave. I'm going to educate the community here and make it available to them. And so that's what I did. I did trade shows like almost every weekend on mat leave and just got the word out, launched my site, my Instagram page, and told everybody I could, and just started supporting other women with it.
All right. So what's the feedback when you first put it out you did the first trade show, and what was the look on the ladies' faces when you told them, oh, hold on, you don't have to do this.
Yeah, just come. I have some dry bush for you to sit over. So it was mixed. So I had young women, I would say in their 20s and 30s, saying things like, my mom told me to do that, but I thought it was weird, some voodoo stuff from back home, so I didn't do it. And they're very like regretful, because they're seeing now how beneficial it is, and they're dealing with challenges that their mother never dealt with.
Mhm.
So you have that, and you have people say, I've never heard of that before, of course, like why? And the vagina self-cleansing, why would you do anything? So there's a little bit of hesitation to some people, but I find honestly people of color typically deep down they resonate, like they can think back, or if they ask it, I always tell people, ask like the eldest in your family about it. Don't refer to it as yoni steaming, but simply the act of sitting over heated herbs, and they can relate and remember. I actually remember dealing with like one of my IT support guys, and once I told him what I do, he's like, you know what, come to think of it, I think I was like 13 and my mom would be doing that. And she wasn't hiding. Like, they'll still think you're young. So he could actually like remember his mom doing that back in the day. So yeah, everyone can relate.
So because I remember like when ladies would have a baby,
Yes.
the older always said, band your belly.
Yes. That's
like,
another thing they would do postpartum.
I'm like, band your belly. Like what? Like I'm just like, listen, here's a child. Let me see. You didn't know what that.
Yeah, that's another part of postpartum recovery. That's definitely part of the culture.
Yeah. So now that you're doing this, and one thing about it, how you taking this culture to push down to the next generations? Because here's the thing, I think we're around the same age, but once we leave, and if no one keeps passing it on, it's going to fade away. Who's going to keep the tradition going? Who's going to teach people?
That's the thing. So I'm really passionate about getting that young generation before they get put on hormonal birth control to manage their period pain and things like that. So definitely out for the young people. And as even I have senior clients, and a lot of times they're big on like, telling their nieces and grandchildren and stuff like that. I would say the power of social media is big right now because that's how a lot of people are finding me. I would say through Instagram. So yeah, education constantly. It's different now, right? So before it was just your mom in your own house telling you to do this, right? And people don't listen to the parents, right? Until you're grown. And so now you have the social proof, right? Now you're hearing it from a friend or some sort of influencer. It's even showing up on different sitcoms and reality TV shows. So for that reason, I feel like it is bringing more attention. I have clients who are medical professionals as well. So I feel like just like any other doula work or, acupuncture, all of holistic healing practices, over time, they do get the recognition they need. It is just an uphill battle, but eventually you can't argue with it anymore.
Okay, because it's funny, your parents will say it, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, mom, yeah, dad,
Yeah.
But I remember when I was younger, my dad used to tell me, oh, when I used to wash my hair, take some rum and stick it in your mole, and I'm like, okay, yeah, dad, yeah, whatever. But then when I used to go stay with my grandmother, and she goes, oh, did you wash your hair? I go, yeah, grandma. She's like, come, let me put some rum in your mole. I'm like, okay. And you just walk over to your grandma. My dad just told me to do it. I said, yeah, because my grandmother told me to do it.
It sounds better. Yeah.
Oh, I did it. She says the elders knew what they're doing. I just
it's been validated. Yeah, they
there
know.
You go.
They
there
know
you
what's
go.
up.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna validate it, and we're gonna go to your new site. So we're going to do that right after this break. And don't forget, if you can't find her, you don't know where she is, you can also go to Malcolm's Choice. That's right, Malcolm's Choice. Go on to Malcolm's Choice and you see her and a lot of other businesses, Black-owned business. And we got to support because, hey, look what you'll find. New things, new ideas that it could save your life, make your life easier right here. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're tuned into Black Business Live TV for culture, commerce, and community. The news stories we live, brought to you live 24/7.
CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com. Yes, we're back live. And before we went to the break, we said we're going to check out this new website. Tell us a bit more about the site, what it's on it, information. Let's scroll. Let's go.
Yeah, so this is literally the debut. This is the first time anyone is seeing the site live. So we've just relaunched the site, new products, new look. So there's just a quick blurb on what yoni steaming is. This is what you can expect. So people really ask what the setup is like. This is what it would look like if I were to come to your home for a mobile appointment. I would bring a stool like this, the stainless steel pot. We prepare the herbs, and then you would sit over it like that. So I bring a robe for you to change into, and then you would sit it steaming for the next 30 minutes.
All right.
So we also carry products to help with your health. So organic pads, tampons, liners, the Diva cup, instead of using the regular ones that are very toxic and problematic. So a lot of ladies have come back and talked about how much the pain has subsided in heavy periods just by switching to organic. So we carry other things to help out with your health as well.
Okay. Now, what's so important with the organics and putting stuff against your body and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the synthetics and like the things that like the pads that have like fillers and plastics, it throws off your hormones. So it throws off like the estrogen in the body because it's acting like a false one. And so this is where you have different challenges and pH balance is thrown off and all that sort of thing. So it's very important that we're mindful of all the sort of things that we're using on or in our body.
Okay. So let's go over now to shopping. Everybody likes to do some shopping. All right. So here's some of the hygiene products.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get everything here as an online store.
Yep, online or in store at either location.
All right. And this looks like skincare.
Yeah, so all the different shea butters, black soap, black girl sunscreen are really popular this year, and bandages for people of color.
It's funny. The simple things like band-aids. When you look at it, you don't think back in the days, but you think, well, yeah, you're walking around and you see somebody, oh, what happened to you? Because they can tell, you can see it. You know what I mean? You're trying to hide.
Yeah, these ones are a little more discreet.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Ladies are trying to put it on the back of their high heels, going to a party, and we're like, whoa. It's like now you have something to cover it up.
Yeah.
It's funny. The simplest things, but
Yeah.
it makes a difference. It makes a big difference. Okay.
It sure does.
And then the steaming. Now, can you do the steaming kit on your own? Can you buy?
Yeah, so that's what this is. This is a stool available for purchase to use at home, as well as the herbs. So it's just showing a variety there, but basically you would get 1 pack of herbs, and so that would be like this, and you would get 4 to 5 sessions out of it.
Okay, and then what I love about your site is you can do by PayPal as well.
Yep.
It's all secure. It comes on different colors and shades.
Yep.
Real easy to use. Now, how often should somebody be doing this?
Typically it's on a monthly basis. So my regulars will come every 3 weeks, just avoiding the week that they're menstruating. Sometimes it's a bit more aggressive. You'll want to go on a weekly basis. So basically when they order the herbs, we have them fill out an intake form. And then based on the results, we'll let them know the best protocol for them.
Okay, so here's some of your services. Talk about some of your services.
Yeah, so there's the yoni steam where you come in for a yoni steaming session. We are going to be offering the detox foot bath very soon. We also offer mobile services. So that's when I come to your home. And like I said, I bring the stool and we do the same service there. And you can add on additional guests and turn it into a bit of a pamper party. And I am a fertility doula. So we have doula packages as well where I can support women in their journey into motherhood.
Okay, now let's talk about the herbs here.
Yeah, so we're just giving a brief little hint as to like what herbs we use, what they're good for. So we have different blends that do different things. So it's just a matter of tweaking it, adjusting it to meet the needs of the user.
All right. So these are all products here you can get right on her website. You can get online. You could have her call in. Now, if you need more information, you can go straight to the website that I'm looking at right now. It's brand new. It's official. It's up. It's launched. You're seeing it here first. So make sure you go to the website and take a look, or just give her a call. 905-999-7997. That's 999-7997. Or there it is. Now, explain to me the name of the company. How did you come up with the name of the company?
Yeah, so yoni is actually an Indian term referring to the reproductive organs. It's sort of a sacred way to refer to the woman's womb and vaginal canal. So I knew that I wanted to create a space where women were able to come and sort of cater to that. And oftentimes we don't. It's sort of overlooked. in the regular healthcare system. And so, yeah, it's a spa for that. Where it's so much more than just yoni steaming. That's why we touched on, the skin and everything, nutrition. CMOS is going to be available on the site too. That's something that I'm always recommending to my clients that they take, because it's just so nourishing to the body, especially leading up to a woman's period. It's great to have. And so, yeah, we're just really trying to take care of women from the inside out. And so that's why I wanted to call it Yoni Spa.
All right, so so what about us? We're kind of feeling kind of jealous over here. Kind of left out. You know what I mean? It's all right.
We do not cater to the fellas over here. We're very unapologetic about it. However, men are definitely a fan of the service, as yoni steaming increases libido and increases pleasure for both parties. So trust me, the men book appointments. They book appointments for their wives to come back.
You should have started with that point. You see? You should have started with that first and then move on to that part.
Yeah, no, that is the result of it. But yeah, no, we have men who gift it to their wives, who drive them here for their appointments, who rebook the night. They just tell them, like, yeah, you should go back for that thing, that yoni steaming thing. Steam the vegetables. I hear everything. I've heard everything.
You see,
but the fellas are not completely left out. They're just
my goodness! See, we thought we were getting left out. You should have ran with that intro first. I would have started off. All right, fellas, this show is for you. Okay, welcome to the show, fellas. Dad, this show is for you. Okay, let me tell you something. What it can do for your wife, for your queen. This is what you need to get it done. Okay, so instead of sending her to get her manicure and a pedicure, this is where you gotta go.
And ladies literally say that, like, forget the massage and everything. Like, give me this.
There you go. There you go. See, there you go. All right, it is time to have some fun. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Now time for victory.
All right, it's a game called Pick 3. What you're going to do is you're going to pick numbers between 1 and 10. Give me 3 numbers, and those are the questions I'm going to ask you right now. Give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
3, 7, 5.
3, 7, 5. Oh, you couldn't just go in order. All right, here we go. Question number 3. What advice would you give someone trying to pursue a career similar to yours?
Read everything you can. Read about what the naysayers are saying and read about what the experts are saying. I just read every book I could on herbs, and you don't have to know everything about like women's health issues. As they come in, you just say, I'm not familiar with that, but I'll look into it. You look into it, see what's working for other people, reach out to other experts. But yeah, don't be afraid to get started, I would say. Actually, we now have a course you can sign up for to help get started. So that's at the bottom of our website as well if you want to get certified in the same work.
All right, number 7, since you want to be difficult and jump all over the place. All right, if you were in my shoes, what question would you have asked that I didn't ask you?
I don't know. Where we're located, maybe? That's a popular question, where we're located.
All right, so where are you located?
So we have 2 locations, one in Oshawa, one in Toronto. Both are like personal spaces, private locations. And so those details are sent to you once you book your appointment.
See, I love that. Personal, private. When you book it, then you get the little secret information, like 007. You open up the envelope and then you read it real quick.
Something like that.
And then it dissolves. So you better grab that instantly. Love it.
Basically, the email comes to you 24 hours before your appointment, and then you know where you're going tomorrow.
There you go. And if you accept this challenge, all right. All right, number 5. Who are the 3 people who have been most influence in you?
Ooh,
You wanted to go 375. There you go.
Okay, so I would say it was a gentleman that told me about yoni steaming, and it was because of a family member of him. Her name is Odessa Thornhill. I would say she is definitely the reason why I got started and was aware of this as early as I was. Who else? Influence?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Narissa from the States. She has a similar business over there. So I would say I look to her for inspiration as well. And I don't know. I think business and entrepreneurship and motherhood and everything to that degree, I would say possibly the third one would be Stormy Wellington, she's not in my same field of work. But again, I'm just driven by other female entrepreneurs that are really killing it in their area.
All right. Well, here we go. And that sound is called rapid fire. Before we let you go, we're gonna just shoot you a bunch of questions. If you want to explain, you have to explain, but you have to explain it fast, okay? Because it's rapid fire. So whatever answer you give, you just have to explain it fast. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Favorite ice cream?
Anything with chunks in it.
Okay, we're moving on. All right, song you sing in the shower?
I don't sing in the shower.
And that comes to my next question. What's your hidden talent?
I can fall asleep on a dime.
That's a hidden talent. Okay.
I don't know.
What's your favorite song before you get into work?
I don't have. I don't know the
right.
names of songs, to be honest.
Okay. I get, you know something? I figured you won't know none of these because you're probably sleeping. There you go.
I don't know the names of songs. I don't know what to tell you.
Probably knocked out because it's sleep on a dime. That's why you don't know none of these answers. Okay. Here we go. Last one because you're killing me right now with this thing. All right, here we go. Last one. Ready?
Yeah.
What do you do to relax?
I relax. I just unplug. I unplug.
Do you read a book? Do you? You drop asleep on a dime, so that.
Stop it. I I don't get to watch TV on a weekly basis, so I guess that's relaxing. It's honestly just chill. Like I'm really family oriented, so just to go to my parents and just chill out. So that could be on the deck. I don't need much. Like I said, just unplug, just chill. It's a big deal to me to order takeout and stay in and just do nothing. Because I'm constantly going. So
there you go.
That's a big deal.
That's nothing wrong with that. I like that. Family is key to keep you going, and that's what motivates you for your business. So that is a key point. So I do like that one. Motivation for your business is family. When you see your family growing and you have all that time, you want to do better so you can get more time with your family. So
that's it.
There it is. All right. So before we let you go, anybody want to shout out to?
Shout out to all my clients who are checking in, especially my accountability partners who are out there and who they said they're going to check in too. So thank you everybody for following and seeing the big debut of the website.
There you go. And if you need more information, make sure you jump on board, give her a shout, give her a call. Don't worry, she will not be sleeping when you call. All right, just give her a call. 905-999-7997. 905-999-7997. There you go. Give her a call. And there is the website, brand new. And I'm excited for you because I like this. I do like that you're pushing back out, you're helping people, and it's we're giving back, and we're taking something that we've had for years and we're teaching how to get back. So it's keeping healthy. That's the number one thing I like about your company. It's about health. We need to stop and take health seriously and keep ourselves healthy. So it's a great thing. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing.
Thank you for having me once again.
Nah, this was fun. I like business people like yourself. Great. I can see the love in your face that you love what you're doing. So thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Listen, if you like what you're seeing, give her a call. More information's coming up. We have to support our businesses, and she's there. She's there to help. So if you know somebody, and it doesn't have to be somebody in your family, if you know somebody that needs help, why not push it out? Give it information. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. See you later.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged